Hello students, in previous part we were discussing how we can enhance our productions. In addition to that part, now in this part we will discuss on two types of special crops which we can enhance ever or ever, means in excess amount, such like as wheat and rice. So it is also the part of grain revolution. India is mainly an agricultural country. It contributes, means agriculture जो है वो क्या contribute करता है? It contributes about 33% of India's GDP. GDP means gross domestic productivity. GDP stand for gross domestic productivity. इंडिया एक एग्रीकल्चर कंट्री है जहां इस एग्रीकल्चर से जो प्रोडक्शन होता है इंडिया के लिए वो कितना है? ओनली 33% है एंड गिव्स एम्प्लॉयमेंट टू नियरली 62% ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन. इंडिया की एग्रीकल्चर से जो जीडीपी है दैट इज 33%, और इसके कारण से जिन लोगों को इस एग्रीकल्चर के अंदर वर्क मिला दैट इज द पॉपुलेशन का 62%. आफ्टर इंडियाज इंडिपेंडेंस one of the main challenges faced by the country was enough food production. This is because the population was very large amount and we have only a limited fit area for cultivation. For the increasing population, enough food production for the increasing population. As only limited land is fit for cultivation, यानी इंडिया के अंदर एक जो कल्टीवेशन के लिए लैंड सरफेस एरिया दैट इज वेरी लिमिटेड अमाउंट. thus the development of several high yielding variety of wheat and rice in mid 1960s increased per unit area, यानी 1960 के बाद इस व्हीट और राइस का प्रोडक्शन पर यूनिट एरिया के अंदर हाई यील्ड वैरायटी के रूप में प्रोडक्शन करना स्टार्ट कर दिया. दिस फेज इज ऑफन रेफर टू एज ग्रीन रिवॉल्यूशन. कितना? हाउ मच? आफ्टर 1960 से in between the 1960 to 2000, the gross production of the wheat, which was earlier in only 11 million tons, that has been production increased 75 million tons. Or the production of rice, which also enhanced or increased from 35 million tons to 89.4 million tons. From 1960 to 2000, wheat production increased from 11 million tons to 75 million tons. While rice production increased from 35 million tons to 89.4 million tons. 89.4 million tons. This was due to the development. ये जो प्रोडक्शन इनहेंस हुआ किसके कारण से? दिस वाज ड्यू टू द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ सेमी ड्वार्फ वैरायटीज. सेमी ड्वार्फ वैरायटीज. सेमी ड्वार्फ मीन्स न तो ज्यादा लेंथी प्लांट्स, जो क्रॉप्स थे, प्लांट्स थे, वो न तो ज्यादा लंबे जा रहे थे न ही छोटे. सेमी ड्वार्फ वैरायटीज ऑफ व्हीट एंड राइस. और ये व्हीट और राइस का सेमी ड्वार्फ वैरायटी को न्यू जो सिंथेसाइज किया गया, कहाँ कहाँ किस वे से किया गया, तो उसमें है ड्वार्फ व्हीट. ड्वार्फ व्हीट का जो जीन जिसके लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल है, अभी व्हीट का पौधा बोला है बहुत लंबा होता था, वो छोटा हो गया. इसका कारण क्या है? एक स्पेशल जीन जिसका नाम है नॉरिन 10. नॉरिन 10, ए जीन रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर ड्वार्फिंग, DWARFING, ड्वार्फिंग in wheat, that is Norin 10, Norin-10 was reported in Japan. Norman E. Borlaug, the father of green revolution in the world, Norman E. Borlaug, at International Center for Wheat and Maize, improved in Mexico. M.S. Swaminathan, the father of green revolution in India. M.S. Swaminathan, father of green revolution in world, Norman E. Borlaug. Mexico उसके जस्ट बाद M.S. Swaminathan and Dr. Borlaug, which culminated into the green revolution of Mexican varieties of wheat in India. The variety कौन सी थी? Sonora 64 and Lerma Rosa 64. Then the new variety of rice, dwarf rice. You have to make the heading of dwarf rice. A gene responsible for dwarfism in rice D-Geo-Wu-Jane was reported in Taiwan. It was introduced in rice varieties. By IRRI, International Rice Research Institute. That is situated in Philippines. IRRI, Philippines. Variety like IR8 and IR24. Semi-dwarf rice varieties were derived from, जो सेमी ड्वार्फ राइस की वैरायटी थी किससे डिराइव की गई, कैसे प्रोड्यूस की गई? वैरायटी वर derived from IR8 and Taichung native 1. इससे जो सेमी ड्वार्फ राइस एंड सेमी ड्वार्फ जो हैं wheat producer, the production will be increased from 11 wheat की production 11 million tons to 75 million tons and rice 35 million tons to 89.4 million tons. Clear? The next one is sugarcane. Sugarcane which is produced in North India and South India. North India sugarcane, the scientific name is Saccharum barberry, and South India sugarcane is known as Saccharum officinarum. But in North India, the sugarcane which is produced that has very poor amount of sugar and thin stem, whereas the sugarcane which is produced in South India that has higher amount of sugar as well as it contains thick stem. But when we grow the South Indian sugarcane in North India, that cannot able to reproduce, that cannot able to germinate or to grow. This is because that surface area in which the sugarcane, which one? Saccharum officinarum present in South India, that has different temperature. In North India, there is different temperature. So, if we cross both the varieties, the new generation, new progeny which is produced, which can be grown all over the area, whether the South area or the Northern India, which contain higher amount of sugar as well as thick stem. So, you have to write sugarcane. Saccharum barberry was originally grown in North India. Which has thin stem and poor sugar content. Or you can say that, and yield. The next one is Saccharum officinarum. In South India, that is the continent, that is which one? Tropical cane. In South India, tropical cane that contain higher sugar, thicker stem, but this sugarcane did not grow. Well in North India. When both were crossed, the new progeny plants, or you can say that new progeny sugarcane, produced, which can be easily grown in North India, that contain higher sugar level, thicker stem, etc. And the last one is millets, the plants which are very large in size and they produce small size seed, just like as maize, jowar, hybrid bajra, jowar and maize. Such kind of plants which are large in size but they produce small size of seed. This one is also hybrid bajra, means we have to cross two varieties of bajra. So millets is just like as a fodder crops, because fodder crops, the characters of fodder crops is higher large crops with a profuse branch, so that we can produce extra amount, large amount of the fodder. Clear? In next part we will discuss on the plants which were diseased and which were affected by the disease, and how we can protect our plants from affected disease causing microbes.